just that. And that's just super, super dangerous. You can't be doing that.
I become 10 times better and more confident at boxing by not trying as hard in sparring. Sounds contradictory, but I know this works because when I put this stuff into practice, I ended up winning my next fight. It was against a good opponent that could have beat me if I didn't apply these 5 strategies that I'm about to teach you in today's video. Look, boxing is about hitting and not getting hit. It's about scoring punches and then not allowing your opponent to score punches. But sparring is just practice. And I had to make this huge mindset shift because I used to believe that every sparring session I had to be pushing the pace, testing my fitness, going really hard, making sure I'm really pushing myself every single time I sparred. So I had to make this huge shift where I actually take the pace down and just focus on my actual skill rather than having to dig deep every round and making it hard and every punch has to be clean and a good quality shot. I actually took that pressure off myself and just started practicing skills. I started practicing what I'd been practicing on the bag, what I'd been drilling in front of a mirror, shadow boxing, and I thought, no, we need to actually take that practice into the ring and use it in sparring. Not every spar has to be a hard spar. Strategy 1 I'm going to be taking you through is utilizing straight shots. Now look, it's easy to get into the habit of wanting to throw hooks and going wide and trying to land the money shot, trying to land the shot where people go, ooh, good shot. But actually when you're sparring, you've got to be utilizing straight shots, and you've got to be doing this on the bag and on the pads, shadow boxing as well. You just got to jab up and down, backhand, follow it up, and use them straight shots all the bloody time. This is like the pinnacle of your boxing skill. Your jab is the best punch, and if you're not using it, you're going to find things a lot harder. So when you're sparring, if you want to dominate sparring and do well, you've got to get good at them straight shots and get your opponent thinking about them. Strategy number 2 is defensive responsibility. I want you to be defensively responsible all the time. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, what I mean is I want you to make sure your hands are always up in a good position so you can defend punches. I want to make sure when you're throwing punches, you're moving your head as you throw and after. So we're not just on one spot going boom, boom and stepping back. We're going bam, 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 and then moving off, making sure we're not being an easy target down the middle. You should always be ready to defend a punch. Even if you're throwing a jab, you're bringing that shoulder up to protect your chin in case the shot comes back. Or maybe when you throw that jab, your right hand is in front of your face so you can parry and block your opponent's coming jab. And this is stuff you've got to practice. If you're on the bag just practicing punches, just staying here, see how that's not being defensively responsible. I'm always there. What you want to do is boom, 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 little move, boom, 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 roll off. Always on the go. Throw them punches and don't be an easy target to hit. Strategy number 3, what if you miss? Now you're going to throw punches and not all of them are going to land. But what are you actually doing after you miss? Because what I see a lot of people do, let's say I swing this bag, let's say we throw a big right hook and we miss. Most of us, we go, oh, we shake it off and we take a minute to get back into rhythm. What I think you should do is actually stringing on strategy number 2 about being defensively responsible. You need to just bounce back straight off of that. So if you miss a punch, boom, just roll off and move. Don't stay where you are because that's when you're going to be vulnerable. If you go for a big shot, wham, and you miss it, it's going to take you a second to bring your hand back and get back into your stance. If you miss a punch, boom, boom, just get back to moving and be busy. Or follow up with a straight shot. So if I'm here, I might miss my backhand, come back in with a jab. So miss that, bam, come back in again. Or boom, boom, I'm moving off there. I'm not just staying in one spot. I'm not giving my opponent time to come back at me and land punches. You need to think about what you're doing after. If you miss shots or things aren't going your way, you still need to stay responsible of what you're doing. So either follow up and go again or move off and reset. Strategy number 4, don't telegraph. This is one of my favorite ones because I even think at the highest level of boxing, this still happens and it's something you've got to practice all the time. So if you've never heard of telegraphing before, that basically means showing someone what you're about to do before you even do it. So I might do this. boom. You can see there, I'm about to throw a left hook. Bam, but because I'm loading it up, I'm showing you with my body language, I'm about to throw a left hook. I might do this with my jab. You can see there, just a split second, I'm showing you I'm about to throw my jab. And I hate throwing my jab like that because it just feels absolutely rubbish and the technique is horrible. But what you want to do instead is just throw your shots with slightly less power and a bit more speed and intent so you don't telegraph them as much. And this goes back to them straight shots. We're not loading them straight shots up. It's too predictable, your opponent will see that and they'll move out the way of them punches. So what you want to practice, especially if you're sparring, you need to be moving around and just letting them shots go. Just that. Just letting them hands fly. Get your hand from your guard to the target, straight back to your guard as soon as possible. So practice not telegraphing as often as you possibly can. Now strategy number 5 is going to be you box with your feet and not your hands. Now what exactly do I mean by that? If you watch some of my other videos, you might have heard me say it before. If not, go and check them out. But you'll probably hear me say it in the future. Always say you box with your feet and not your hands, right? Because boxing always starts from the ground up, right? So if you're not focusing on your footwork, the punches won't land. So what I mean by this, I'll give you a couple of examples. I see a lot of beginners who, rather than stepping in and going boom, boom through their target, they're actually leaning forward and having their head over their toes. And even now, I feel off balance. And what happens is they go to throw them punches and lean and they come off balance. So when they get caught, they're tripping over, they're all over the place, and it just looks horrible from the outside. So when I say box with your feet, what I mean is bring your feet in first before you do anything else, and then move your feet as well. So rather than just going boom, 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 stepping back out and giving your opponent that chance, you go boom, 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 pivot off and around, boom, boom, roll and step with it. You're moving around your opponent and boxing with your feet. Because when you put your feet in the right place, the punches will follow along. It's not vice versa. You don't throw punches and your feet follow. It's your feet go first and then your punches follow. So if you've got your feet in the right place, you can move, take them angles, and then the punches follow along from there. Now I've actually got a quick little bonus strategy for you because I run a free online boxing community with a beginner to boxer program going through everything we've gone through today and much more, drills to practice and how to take that into sparring so you can get better at boxing and become the guy that no one wants to spar. Or the girl, you might be the girl that no one wants to spar as well. So check the link in the description. I'll leave that there for you to join my forum completely free. Otherwise, I'll see you later.